That's bullshit. You're a man and you fucking die. That's the rules. That's the old school Dewey of masculinity. To sit here and say, well, my chick might be better with an AR. Bullshit.
If all women the boat and nobody knows how to drive the boat will sink.
All right, so I did load this video like in the middle of the conversation. I skipped the whole part. So he started off. They're talking about if somebody breaks into your house, say you're laying in bed with your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, who should be the person that gets up and goes to see what's going on?
The man should.
Right. So that's what Andrew Tate's gonna say. The dude with the blonde highlights is saying, well, what if my, he's just presenting arguments. He's saying, well, what if my girlfriend's a better shot? What if...
Doesn't matter.
Right. So that's what's going on right now.
Is she shot, or is that not good enough?
That's fine, but that's not the scenario I described. The scenario I'm describing...
I don't know why Andrew Tate doesn't have a shirt on either.
And we end up in unfortunate situations. A man has a duty to protect his female. That's intrinsic. That's evolutionary. That's something we were hardwired with. It's something that society has always built into men until recent times. What you're saying now may be fine. If 30 years ago a dude said, I won't go downstairs and I'll tell my woman we're just both going to hide here together, he would have been mocked forever. That's insanity. Somebody has to engage, and it's the man's job. Just like the men stay on the Titanic, the men go to fight. That's a man's imperative. And I don't care. Doesn't matter that I can fight. If I'm outnumbered 10-1 and they have machetes and I'm going to lose, fine. No one's going to rape my chick without me trying. That is my masculine imperative and my duty as a man. The point I'm trying to make is, so let me change the scenario. You're upstairs. You have an AR-15. 3 unarmed men break in. Between you and the chick, one of you has to take the gun and go down there and deal with all 3 of them. She's scared. I'm scared. They're downstairs. Go shoot them. Go shoot them. Are you going to go?
Why is she scared? And you're not... Why only can he...
All right, so before we continue, let's get everybody's basic stance on what you think in this situation.
Okay,
because they go back and forth about it. So, Chris, what's your basic
ladies
stance?
First,
Ladies first.
I hog the mic a lot, but
Randy, what's your basic stance on this?
I'm a fan of Mr. Andrew Tate, so I have nothing to say other than, sir, I agree with your stance.
In general, I don't think you're a fan of him in general.
No, I am more so than. Fresh and fit, but I'm more in line with Mr. Tate.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Chris?
I'm like, the issue that I'm having is that these woulda shouldas that this guy keeps trying to implement. Like, I'm only going back because I've been studying NCLEX. It is what it is at that moment. No adding incentives to this. What do you mean? Before we do all the woulda, coulda, shouldas, you're going to be in a box. You know what I mean? So what are you going to do? And it's like this guy is trying to build a stack of blocks, but you don't have no relevant blocks. Like if he wants to do a rebuttal, maybe she happened to be downstairs on her way up and this happened. Then what? Is she capable to deal with it until backup arrives? Like me and you've had conversations. Obviously, you're going to take care of things as you should, but you've also instructed with your wife, and I'm not going to put your business out there like that, hey, just in case, here's plan B.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And she's going to carry...
Yeah, but in all the plans, I'm the one who goes first.
No, absolutely.
And
I'm
if
A,
something
B, and
happens
C.
to me, then this is what you
if this
do.
go left,
yeah,
left.
then this is what you do to handle that part.
And like, it's like, hey, get out of there. Yeah, I need you to become... I need you to become that dangerous woman that I trained you to be. Absolutely. Where I could be rooting for you in the heavens. There you go, baby. Yeah, watch out, watch it. Hey, there you go. All right, check that corner. I'm my voice is gonna be in your head, coaching you through this. Absolutely. But okay, I'm done.
Yeah, but don't you think or this is what I think anyway. I think in general society is starting to have problems with gender roles. And since everything is up in the air in a cultural way or on certain parts of the culture, then this discussion is all of a sudden up in the air too. It's like, well, Since it's from the mindset. Since men and women are the same, why does it matter who goes? So I think that's the stance
in the medical field.
Yeah, we know scientifically, but that's just my thoughts.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not where this stems from, but that's my opinion on it. I think
I agree. I agree with that. But yes, like you said, in today's world, now everything's being dissected under a thin microscope or a powerful microscope to find the rebuttals. It's some things just can't just change, and people just have to just realize that we are the same, but different in different ways.
True.
And that's it.
And she be scared if she has better training than I do. If she's better shooter than I am,
Howard,
she's taking a gun, bro. I'm not. What?
You're in my brain. Am I talking Chinese?
If she is a better shooter, she's taking a gun.
You're gonna send your girl downstairs. I don't know, bro.
If she's a better shooter, you're damn right she's going there. Of course.
But how do you know she's a better shooter if you guys have never, let's say she never shot a gun before and you never shot a gun?
If you have an F-15, you need to have the training that comes with it. Yes, you do have training. If you're Lions, yeah. You probably had the training before it. Yes.
Okay, well then, so what we've learned from me asking this question is that you, and this is not an insult, I think you'd agree with me saying this, you have no intrinsic desire, no intrinsic duty or intrinsic innate responsibility to protect your female in any regard.
Oh my God.
That's a great question. Can he answer that?
Can I please interrupt real quick? I want to interject. Okay.
All right. So what was the question? He was asking, did he have an innate sense to protect his girl?
Yeah, he answered it in all angles. So just like really scientifically, and like basically so many words. He's like, he's
coming up with all like excuse.
Yeah, so
he's like, is it in you to protect?
Yeah, is it in you to solely protect your woman under any circumstances? And what he's challenging his natural order, because that's embedded in us naturally.
Yeah, I think so.
Like we can hear a woman screaming right now. Your wife's right here. But I'm gonna run out there. You might let me go with him, because I'm gonna want to know what's going on.
You can see it in any
it's just in us.
In any random dangerous situation, you can see it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we grew up in like the hood, so we've kind of seen stuff like that happen maybe more than most people. When stuff really goes down, people run, but the women scream and run, and sometimes the men go see where the danger is.
Exactly. See what happened, and I'm not trying to bash any network. World Star in particular have created guys like this.
World Star.
That when you see someone in danger, that people will pull out their phones, and that it excuses.
We're talking about that with that train video.
Yeah.
Go back and watch. I think it was 2 weeks ago. We had a video with a woman getting attacked on the train.
And it's like, I don't care who it is, because how I am, if a human being is unable and incapable to defend their self at a certain point, then I feel like that whatever the threat is needs to be taken down, because that's a very, very uncompromising position to be in as a person that's being attacked by any person, and you're at the point to where you can't defend yourself at all, because defense is in all different type of mechanisms. Running away is defense. Blocking is defense. Picking up something to stop a bright object from piercing you is defense. So when you're defenseless and this thing is still persistent as a human being, when does something here say, let me help this person?
Well, not used to, but it's called fight or flight. When the animal's backed into a corner, does it just cower? And you'll see that that's how you know what a dog is about, right? When it's backed into the corner and it's showing its teeth, is it just gonna go and lay down? Are you in trouble now because you got the dog back into the corner?
Like I always think about like what's that like on X-Men, that Professor X sound when he reads in their mind, that little like
when
that goes off in us when we see something happening.
Yeah.
No one can tell me that you see a car flip over and catch flames that you're just like, oh, no way. You've been taught and trained and molded to become that person.
The person that just is like,
yeah. Because,
but your natural instinct isn't like,
yeah,
it's just
your natural instincts is like,
what society told you. Yeah.
Let me go out there. I don't want to sound like I'm a superhero. You know what I mean? Like I seen a crazy accident. I had on brand new outfit. I'm talking about shoes, everything. I was on the phone with Charmaine. I just hear this, bah, 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 bah. And I'm like, what in the heck is this? And I looked, I get out of my car, so I have to stop.
Yeah.
And I got out of my car and I just looked at the scene of the crime and I see tire marks and a car literally ran over a fence, went down the hill of the freeway and drove onto the freeway and made contact with all kind of stuff. And when I looked, I just seen people bloody. I seen kids, and my instincts was, I just ran down the hill just to help them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not trying to say that I'm better than anybody, because I'm not. But that was just like, I felt like that was just the right thing to do. Even if I couldn't do anything, I just couldn't just stand there
filming
and just watch, you know?
Right.
You know, and like I said, platforms like that create people like this. So I'm done. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I feel you though. It was a rant, but a necessary one, I guess. Back to the vid
again. You both agree, okay? You're arguing just to argue because you're not hearing each other, okay? Listen, xQc, what Tate is saying about instinct for males is correct. Our instinct to protect will kick in 100%. Now, the next following step, okay,
is the technique. What does that mean?
Right,
yes.
It's technique.
Yes.
xQc is being rational about it. So if you were to word it correctly to fit your narrative, Tate, what we would do here is, as a man, xQc would take leadership of the situation and say, okay, I know you are a better shooter than I am. You practice 600 hours a week. I do not. Here's the gun. You are better than me. That takes confidence. Your outlook, Los Pollos, is insecure. If she has more gun training, if she has more gun training and she's confident, you make the leadership decision. That's your instinct. Make leadership decision.
No, but
it's
Train,
not
how do you know she has more?
What the hell are you talking about?
How do you know? How do you know she has more gun training?
Downstairs to confront armed gunmen.
Man,
like, what are you talking about? How am I insecure? Because I want to protect my girl, bro.
Give me a second.
No, you're not gonna say I'm insecure.
Yo, I think there's another aspect to this too that I think women don't think about. Like most home break-ins aren't one person breaking into your home. No. It's like four or more people, right?
Depending on the creativity that the individuals want to do. Yeah. It's more people.
Let's like minimize it and say
it's like an easy 3.
Let's say it's 2 people.
Ooh, they dangerous if it's 2. I'm like, you got. I don't want to sound like I've done stuff I've heard. Usually it's 3. 4 is like max. 5. I think
4 is about. I think 4 is about average. And then,
I'm like creativity. Yeah.
Like,
so you're getting attacked by a group of people,
right?
Period.
In general,
yeah.
Like in most cases, in the average case. So he's not taking into account like real world situations. What he's saying is my girl is better at shooting than me, so why wouldn't she go? So, but I think practically that doesn't even make sense. Even on like man versus woman, and that's going back to thinking that things are even in like those situations, right? So even in the woman's situation where she's a better shooter than the man, her boyfriend, the dude breaks in, the woman goes out. You don't know if she's better than him.
Yeah, it's a stress situation now.
You don't know if she's better than him. You don't know if how she's gonna get caught off guard, if she can get caught off guard. Like, is she good at clearing corners? Is she good at clearing rooms? Like, it's so much stuff that we're not taking into account. Are guns or weapons even going to come into play? Because they don't have to. Just because somebody breaks in and you come out with a weapon and they have a weapon doesn't mean that's how that's going to end up. Y'all might be, y'all might end up this close together, and then what's going to happen? So he's like trying to work into a position where the nonsense that he said, because I definitely 100% disagree. xQc is the dude at the bottom who's talking with the blonde hair. He's like, it seems like he's just trying to make an excuse to say that for whatever reason, women, not even that they can be as good, but that the outcome of the situation has no determination on either whether it's a man or a woman in this situation. And I think that's foolish, which is why I wouldn't just send my wife out into the living room if somebody broke in, because I think she has it's two things. I think she has less of a chance in succeeding in whatever she faces out there, and I think she doesn't. Like, I'd rather if we even if we have the same exact chance of facing what's out there, I'd rather it be me who faces it.
No, absolutely. Like when you think about it, we go I like to go into like World War I and II days and things like that, to where why it's set up like this, because men are designed for this. Like, you have my child, you have my legacy. So no matter what happens to me, I need you to get out of this. So you use that training to get out of this if I don't make it. My whole goal, regardless, once a man is put into that predicament, he doesn't care if he dies or not at this point. That's registered, and that's already been established in our mind mentally. Because I'd rather die and have my family come out and live to see another day. And my death, what my death is gonna do with my son? It's gonna produce him to be a fabulous man, because he's gonna know firsthand what a man, being a man, one of the consequences that if you're faced with certain things, he knows. Like, and my son, without me being there, without his mother prepping him, he's going to put himself to be the best man, period, in life, because me as his dad died for the sake of their life.
Something bigger than themselves, yeah.
Absolutely. So that's why that is like that. Like, when you look at any type of thing, when it goes into like I use like King Arthur days and stuff like that. What does the son want to be?
Medieval
Just
times.
like his dad.
Yeah.
If his dad was a killer and a ruler, and he out there, like, his son is like I want to be better than him. Like, I want my dad to look at me like, yeah. And then my dad could look at me like, man, that's my son. Yeah,
I'm glad you brought that up. We watched a dope movie the other day.
That's
Did
just
you
what
stay
I was
up and
thinking
watch
about.
the whole thing, or you fell asleep?
No, I stayed up because
it was called The Northman.
The Northman, yeah.
It was one of the Skarsgård brothers. You like from the one that was in True Blood. I forget his name.
Okay, I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, he plays a Viking. I don't want to give away the movie, but if you can watch The Northman, I think it's on HBO Max.
Yeah, I think that's what we watched.
Yeah, so shout out. Yeah, that movie was dope. Yeah, but go ahead.
Let's minus the killing and the violence in life, right?
Right.
When you're doing the right thing as a man, like, who's the first person that your son is gonna gravitate to? Is you. His design here. I love my dad. I respect my dad. I want to be better than him. And guess what? I want him to be better than me.
Yeah.
When he's better than me, I'm like this.
Job well done.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Because when he has a son and I become granddad, I'm like, I get to watch.
And
this
even if he
blossom.
falls short and his son is just as good as your son, you still win.
Yeah, because
you still raise the level, and the level, like potentially the level can't fall, or it can, but in your head it won't fall below the thing that you raised, and so it's at least it's gonna be better than you or better.
Yeah, because like you'll be the granddad. You looking at your grandson and you like, man, that kid reminds me of me.
Yeah, even if he just like your if he's just like your son.
Wow, like look at him, like man, Junior don't even know what he got here. Man, you know, grandson remind me of me. Oh, there you go, Dad, trying to take credit. Man, grandson is me. You know.
Oh my
bro,
God, this is crazy. What Tate is saying is okay. What he's saying is okay. What X is saying is okay. They're both right. They're both right. Tate is saying,
just imagine.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's like hanging out with a bunch of testosterone-filled men with small dicks.
There's a fourth person talking that we
Who
can't
said
see.
that?
Yeah, there's a fourth person talking that we can't see. So I'm like, I just became aware.
Hey,
of that.
that's a feminist move. that's such a weak.
That's what someone's uncle wanted to do. He wanted to hop on the stream off cam
to try to make it make sense. Men are testosterone. Duh.
We're testosterone driven. Yeah.
That's what defines us. You take testosterone away, then what do you have?
A lot of estrogen. or if you take all testosterone, like both men and women have testosterone and estrogen. So if you take all the testosterone,
you take all of it away, then what do you have? We don't have a man.
Feminine dude.
You don't have a man. I get it, but you know, I'm not trying to be sexist neither. But
I feel like what we just said is controversial, and it shouldn't be. Like I'm thinking, like, do I want to say that?
We might have to slide this jacket over to the men here on this one because
I was gonna ask, like, where's the jacket going with this topic?
This guy right here, the guy at the top's fabulous. I love this guy, but this dude in the bottom, right here, these are the stomach punches.
Let me see that sticker.
At 12 rounds.
Speaking of the jacket, yo, if y'all want your own jacket stickers, hey. Or if you want to give people the jacket, you can click on, I guess, the bot in our merch, not in our merch store, the bot in our chat posted the link to our merch store, and you can give people the jacket with a sticker. They're only $3. $3, you can give people the jacket. It's a sticker with the jacket on it.
Wear it with confidence if somebody gives it to you. It's a wonderful gift.
It says you get the jacket. I'm going to send one to someone's uncle. Yeah. And he's clever with that name because now every time you mention it, it sounds like someone's uncle. Whatever.
That's good, you know.
That's clever.
Appreciate.
Listen. What Tate is saying is correct. Whose instinct kicks in what's the instinct of a man? To protect your girl, protect your kid, protect your family. Yes, Tate is right.
Where's the butt?
Is there. But what the technique to follow is the man taking leadership to say, okay, I will shoot and I will miss. But my girl, if she is
confidence.
If she is strong, she's going to step up and she has more hours than me. And she will hit this guy one shot. Do you understand? If you need me to word it to massage your ego, Los Pollos, and say, okay, I took leadership and I demanded this and she's my frontline soldier, I can word it that way for your soft ego.
Listen. Do you know why I would do it like this? Because there's a chance, no matter what, going up against someone with a gun that you could die. I don't want her to die.
If you go with no training, you're dead.
Thank you.
You go with no training, he has a gun, you're dead.
She can run away.
Oh my
That's
God.
what I'm saying, bro. That's not being insecure. That's being the opposite. I'm willing to die for my girl.
There is
How
no
is that insecure, bro?
That's not the scenario. That's not the
What
scenario.
do you mean it's not the scenario?
Why is he shocked that he said that?
What is
my
it?
God.
The dude said, I'm willing to die for my girl. He said, what? What is going on right now? Like, it's just getting like, man, the future, bro.
Oh my God. Kill anyone? Like, bro, there's no fucking way, bro. What is this?
What the fuck?
What the hell is this?
Oh my God.
XQC, I've been listening to you spew crazy shit for mad long. I'm saying two things.
Oh my God.
Bro, let me this again. No disrespect, okay? You're a big dude, right? You're a big dude. You're a big dude. You got a big dude, right? Right? You have a bigger hitbox, okay? You're sleeping.
Nice going to the physics.
What the hell is this shit?
Bigger target.
Okay?
Yeah, but he's saying hitbox. I had to explain to Randy what that is. Like if you play video games, there's certain types of first person shooters, and a lot of people pick the female characters to play with because they're smaller characters and they have a smaller hitbox. So statistically, you're less likely just by a small number. It really doesn't matter, but it does matter like a tiny bit. Statistically, you're less likely to hit the woman character than you are the male character because the male characters are bigger and have bigger hitboxes. So that's what this guy's going on to talk about people's hitboxes. And I guess the argument he's gonna make is, why would you send the person with the bigger hitbox? Because they're easier to hit.
Oh my Lord.
He's like bringing out every excuse.
I'm not insulting him. I'm not insulting him. Like,
You take the shit.
He said your bigger hitbox is crazy.
What the fuck did I do?
You're in bed, okay, with a skinny police officer, okay, that's been in duty for 20 years, and she was to shoot a gun, okay, and then some guy breaks in, and she wakes up with you, and the dude with the big hitbox says, lady, don't worry, I got this, because I'm the man. I take the gun. Bro, people are more of a threat to themselves with a firearm than to others, motherfucker.
Okay, fine.
Okay?
If it's
then you go.
trained police officer, fine.
Here comes
They can shoot the gun.
Here is the point, guys.
I'm getting hitbox. The hell
What
is this
the
shit?
fuck?
Here is the point. The point is,
holy shit, man.
here's the point. The
Like
question
he's detached from reality, where he's using video game logic to
I'm like,
explain something as real
it's
as
a good rebuttal, but it just doesn't. In this particular predicament, it's just buffoonery.
yeah.
It's giving gamers a bad name, in my opinion.
It's like he's talking about something as real as a breaking and entering. Like people act like this is something that happened, especially in LA. It's hot right now, if you don't know. But like breaking and enterings end in casualties a lot. It's not like a play thing. And so they're trying to have this real conversation about who is going to take care of this thing. And he's using video game lingo to talk why the woman should go because she has a smaller hitbox.
Like I just say, just from a man's perspective, I don't think you don't want a woman to deal with that at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I kind of hope he's trolling at this point. Like I hope he's just being a devil's advocate.
No, you know what? I in this new day and age, there are a lot of people that think like this, and they try to even the playing field of, well, why she can or they can't versus why do I have to, or why should I? You know, and in the world that we live in today, now we get these doors that swing both ways. You know what I mean? These doors don't have hinges anymore. You know what I mean? They're just like the Wild Wild West doors when you go in the bar. It just they just swing either way. Yeah. You know, and then it creates rebuttals like this. And sadly, the common sense is forgotten and lost.
Yeah, so we just hit the 90-minute mark, and we got 5 minutes on this video. We'll give it 2 more minutes. We'll let it play 2 more minutes, and then we'll get a final round.
No, of course.
And then we still have one more topic. That's what I'm trying to push us on. I want to be on 2.5 hours like a couple weeks ago. All right, so here we go.
As a man, what happens when someone breaks in? Yes, as a male, we have the instinct to protect the woman, to protect our child, to protect our home. Yes, the instinct is there. He is asking that question, and I am answering yes. As a man, that instinct is there. His headphones are off. He won't hear this, but yes. Now, what we're arguing here are the tactics, which is irrelevant. Thank you. Jesus Christ.
Yes. Okay, then I agree with Tate. Yeah, yes.
There we go.
I don't know, bro.
Men are more
Like
protective.
there's a lot of.
It is a built instinct, right? It's all been in our code. I agree. I guess historically and scientifically, it's on our code to be more defensive. Yes,
I tell you all wrong. Let me tell you. Let me tell you why Polo is right.
Oh.
You do not send your woman to fight. You have a duty as a man. And to sit here and say the tactics are different, I understand your point, but it's incorrect, and I'll tell you why. When the Titanic was sinking, no one was sitting there going, "Who's a better swimmer, you or me? Who's better in the cold?" Well, you know what, chick? You know what? You're a better swimmer than me. So if I get on the lifeboat because you're a better swimmer, that's bullshit. You're a man and you fucking die. That's the rules. That's the old school duty of masculinity. To sit here and say, "Well, my chick might be better with an AR." Bullshit.
If all women the boat and nobody knows how to drive the boat will sink. If nobody's skilled enough to drive the boat, they will sink and die.
All of you are so easily
killed
baited.
all of them. By going to be masculine, they'll die. Congrats.
Well, let me say one thing. Let me answer Tate's question, okay? Let me explain the contextual difference. The Titanic example is completely correct, and you're right, Tate. In the Titanic example, okay, there is no swimming. Whoever goes in the lifeboat survives. Whoever does not dies. As a man, our duty, yes, everyone, because the water is so fucking freezing, you will die. So whoever's in the boat survives. Okay, that's a fact. You can't deny the fact. It's a fact. So yes, you're right. As a man, we sacrifice as a protective duty, as the rules say, for old time honor. We die. The children and the females survive. You're right. But contextually, in the situation with the gun, do you understand? It isn't a situation of life and death. Yes, you're right. If it is a situation,
but nothing is guaranteed, Train. Nothing's guaranteed. Even if she can shoot better,
Los,
she shouldn't. You shouldn't send your
barbaric,
girl.
primitive brute. Let me finish, okay?
Oh my God.
Go ahead, but you're wrong. But go ahead.
You guys are this
That's
fucking
fine.
dumb. I refuse to believe that being smart enough that
is
to
he
own a
speaking
computer
with-
in this call
That's
stupid.
the emotion talking.
Yeah. All right. So that's where we'll end it. Yeah.
It's still playing.
Oh snap! It does that every time I switch.
It is over you. Okay.
You have a
gun.
Every
The
time
gun
I
is the only way you're
switch
gonna
and
survive.
pause it, so I have to press stop.
Nah, you're good. No worries.
Yeah, so the Titanic example, I think, wraps up the whole thought of how we feel about this. Like, and there's a specific term around that, or a saying, "women and children first," right? Yeah. That everybody, I guess, used to understand, and now they don't understand as much.
A woman can nurture and take care of his children without a man's help.
Yeah, true. Yeah, okay. That's a different topic.
I'm just going for the nurturing part, maybe on the finance thing too, you know what I mean? But a man will be more open to coming into that situation and filling that spot and then it's not really a problem.
True. But even in the movie Titanic, we seen exactly what he was talking about. Even though I don't agree with this movie, and that's a different subject. You have Rose on the door, and Leonardo DiCaprio's character is holding on to the door in the water, right? Yeah. He's letting her have the door so that she can live, and he knows he's gonna die in the water.
Yeah.
She she's on the door, she's chilling, he's holding his hand, falls asleep. When she wakes up, he's dead.
Yeah.
And she just pushes him off the door, the door.
I think in that predicament, I think that he knew he was going to die and have to gut job, but she didn't.
Maybe not. Maybe she didn't think about it. If she thought about it, maybe she would have scooted over,
Yeah, I think she didn't think he was.
That's why I say I hate that movie. The whole movie is trash, yo. I'm not gonna get in another Titanic rant, but it was room on the door. Basically, is what I would like to say. Anyway, that sentiment about him letting her lay on the door and him, knowing that he's gonna die in this water, but still giving her the door is the whole point of this discussion that some of the people in it are missing.
Yeah.
So final words. You want Chris? Final words.
That's it. I might, like I said, today's world, it doesn't surprise me. It saddens me and it's slightly unfortunate and it's slightly pathetic. In my opinion, and so. It's just a disjustice to actually just watch it, to be honest, that there are some people with that opinion.
Yeah. Randy.
I would just advise young men to seek out mentors, maybe some men of a different age group as well, just to give you a different perspective on things. and some probably down the line as well, some very invaluable information for you all around.
Well, during this whole video, I don't think you said much about what was going on in general. So you want to give like overall thoughts about?
No, I mean, it's sad to say. I mean, from a woman's perspective, if men are starting to really think this way and let us go first, like, can you blame the woman for having more masculine energy, if you will? I mean, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to, you know, especially if it starts turning around in big numbers, that's very terrifying for women. If more men start having this outlook as this young dude, like, oh yeah, she should go first, it's like, oh man. You know.
Chris, go ahead, Chris.
I'm going to keep it simple. To piggyback on that, ladies, you can't change them. You can't fix this. You got to let and leave that alone. Like, what's the term? Not damaged goods? Damaged goods. And leave it. See, the problem too, and I'm starting to rant. Women will try to fix that. A woman will be in that situation and try so hard for him to overturn the way he's thinking and live that life.
You think when it comes to safety, though, I think that's where the line is drawn. If it comes for a matter of safety and me having to address an intruder versus you, I think that women in general leave them alone.